Here we go. The car.
Take the lens kit.
The what?
The lens kit.
I'll carry it for you if you want. Happily.
We are about to introduce you to a man who lost his daughter and his son-in-law and nearly lost his grandchild. A bullet penetrated his grandson's stomach, but that he did survive. And Ilan Troen joins us this morning. He's an Israeli scholar. I am deeply sorry for the loss of your daughter, Deborah. And I know...
Thank you. So are we.
Yeah, good morning, George. Rotem Matthias is 16 years old and is Israeli-American. I've just spoken to him here at the hospital, surrounded by his family. He was shot in the attack that killed his mother and father. They were killed right in front of him.
The orphan duo now reliant on their grandpa Ilan, who's mindful of history.
They came back, and this is so important. They wanted to verify that they had killed everybody. We were on the phone with Deborah as she was killed. We were on the phone the entire day with our son, our grandson Rotem, as he lay first under her body and then found a place to escape under a blanket in a laundry.
Nobody else in my family has endured a death whose consequences have been discussed in the public square. So we have a unique prism here.
It was extraordinarily emotional sitting there talking to Rotem and his family, especially Ilan, their grandfather. They have such a bond with him. This family has been ripped apart, but they're just beginning the process of being stitched back together. Guys.
It is so, James, so hard to find the words.
In families, we interrogate the lives of those people in our families to whom we're closest. Lives, we believe, have meaning, and that's why we want to understand them. So yes, Abe, doing a film about Shlomi and Deborah is a valuable thing to do.
And I'm also doing a film about you, Dad.
Well, I'm not dead yet, but in any case, exploring the lives of other people is a way in which we hope we learn something. Come.
How are you?
How am I?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. You know, I don't have a sense of how I ought to be. This is something that requires examining again and again, and also feeling again and again. Now, I am 83. I can tell you, despite it all, we humans have to deal with the deck that we have. I'm a retired professor, so I'm supposed to have some kind of capacity to speak and to reflect and give meaning.
So our guest today is Ilan Troen. He's known as the forefather of the Israel Studies academic field. Born and raised in Boston, Ilan made Aliyah, which means immigrated to Israel in 1975, but has continued to teach and lecture all over the world. Ilan is also the founding director of the Schusterman Center at Brandeis. It's the blueprint that all other academic institutions, they all follow that blueprint that Ilan helped found.
All of us tend to view that territory between the river and the sea, a new expression, you can write it down and attribute it to me, between the river and the sea through a cultural filter. It's not neutral territory. It hasn't been so for millennia. It has to do with what we imagine that place to be and imagine what that place ought to be. On October 7th, I lost my daughter and son-in-law, and my daughter saved the life of my grandson by casting her body on top of him. How people relate to tragedy is enormously variable. October was the month for commemorating what happened last year in Israel. And I went to the one as a member of the family of people who had children at Kibbutz Cholit. There wasn't one word of anybody who spoke of anger and revenge. And that's what makes perhaps my grandchildren still speak about returning and rebuilding the home in which they came and the community from which they came. Now, I don't know, they may wind up in Berkeley. Who knows? Life takes us to all kinds of unanticipated places. But that language of revenge is just simply not there among them. What draws us to return and to stay there may be primordial, but it's real. It's about as real as any of your beliefs may be. Are your beliefs really fictitious? Are they something that can be expressed only chemically? Or are they something that have a measure of genuineness in real human experience?
I'm tired.
What?
I'm tired. It was good, but I'm tired. I think I did what I was supposed to do. You're a photographer. You can look at the same phenomenon from a variety of angles. And I thought that this was the angle that was required tonight.
Which was a positive angle.
Right.
Would there have been a different crowd you would have wanted to give a negative angle?
No.
But do you believe in that message of hope? I'm serious.
I believe in the necessity of hope. And I really don't know what the future will bring. And I don't know what will be. I didn't know October 7th. I didn't know about Trump. I didn't know about a lot of things that are going on and that will go on. And I will be continually surprised. But I also know that good people sometimes also get their chance and change things for the better. And that's what I'm about. So I went to Israel too. You don't go to Israel unless you're an optimist and you believe things are possible.